Okay, so hello and welcome to my first video. I was going to film it and do a voiceover, but when I've done that before, I ended up just kind of going into phone voice. I didn't like the video, so I didn't end up posting it. So yeah, I'm going to hold the camera on something in a minute, but I just wanted to run through what we're doing. Try not to get me in the camera. So I don't like this. As you can see, I've used a highlighting cap on her because of my course in college. It was one of the requirements, so I had to do it. I hate the cap. It doesn't ever work out right for me. But you can just see all of the spotting that's in there and the nastiness, and it shouldn't look like that. See, there. It's not okay. So today I'm going to be doing a highlight, a low light, and a shadow root kind of thing. But I just wanted to get more dimension into the hair and get rid of all of these brassy colours and yeah, change her up a bit. You can see all of this darkness under here. I want to get rid of that, but because I've bleached the hair already and there's so much lightness through it, I'm going to be using a really small developer. Well, not a small developer, a low developer, should I say. But I think under here, obviously I'm going to tackle that first. I'm going to stick with the same strength because it'll be on the longest. But yeah, down here is actually not awful. I like how broken up it is, to be honest, and that's kind of how I want the top to go. So yeah, I'm going to take you over to the mixing station so you can see what I'm going to mix up. I'm still humming and ahhing about the developer I want to use for the bleach because of how much blonde that's in there. I just really don't want to damage the hair. But I am going to be using Olaplex, so it does slow down the developing time. So I think I will just be sticking with a 13 volume, which is 4%. It's not high as 20, 30 or even higher than that, but I don't want to be using something that's really harsh, and I think even using this with Olaplex it would probably take it down to about a 10 volume, and then maybe as I move up the head I could notch it up, but I want to see how I feel. But I think for down there I'm just going to use 13 volume with Olaplex with my blonde oil. And then for the low light, I'm actually going to be using a quasi colour. Even though you're supposed to use them on wet hair, I'm just going to break the rules. So I'm going to be using 7N and 8BA. Only because I want to knock that brassiness out, and I think she's probably about a level 8 to 7 anyway. So yeah, I'm going to be using that for the low light just to add in some dimension and hopefully lift her even more with the bleach. And then by the end of it, I will be adding a toner. Okay, so I've paused my telly so you can't hear that no more. So I'm back at the block, and when I highlight, I watch this lady called Jamie Dana. Amazing on YouTube, watch her, and she's on Instagram. But she highlights from here, like, so she'll section off these two front bits and then connect it from ear to ear and do this bottom bit first. And I just like that idea of sectioning, to be honest. I feel like it's clean enough that I know what I'm doing, but it's not so sectioned that it slows me down. So I do like this. I do really like this. Watch her, she's amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna crack on with it now. And okay, I think I'm actually gonna change my plan completely. I think I'm gonna apply the quasi colour to all of the root because this root is awful, and just concentrate and lighten up the ends, but not taking it too far down, but just, you know, far enough. So I think that's actually what I'm going to do now. Change this up a bit. Sorry about that, my phone decided to stop recording, but I've done the back piece and now I'm moving on to like the front hairline. And after doing all of the front hairline, I start doing the side bits, obviously start at the bottom and work my way up. Yeah, this has probably taken me about, I'd say about 3 hours maybe. I've done 2 highlights to 1 low light, and I've obviously done all of the colour on the roots to try and keep them nice and dark and have a nice blend. So the last one that I'd done was a highlight, so let me see where I'm at. So we've done 1 highlight, I'm going to do another highlight, then we're going to do a low light, and probably finish it off with 1 highlight. Yeah, so when I section, I do the whole back. I try and stick with 2 foils and then 1 in the middle, but obviously I've got quite small foils, so sometimes that doesn't work out. So I do 3 when needs be, and when I say 3, I mean like I will try and do it straight. If the 2 side bits are massive, I'll combine it all and separate it in thirds, if that made any bloody sense. So yeah, I just weave this little section. Now bear in mind, I am still learning, everyone. Like I am, this is just everything that I've learned basically. And yeah, and this is also stuff that I've picked up online. Like Jamie Dana is a brilliant person to watch. I adore her, and her little tips and tricks and the way she does hair is just, it's a lifesaver, to be honest, because she just does it in the easiest way. And I just realised what was wrong. I'm using the weirdest brush. I hate that brush. I want this brush. These are from Framer, if anyone actually cared. But the reason I like this one is because it's got that little tail comb. So if, you know, I need to spread the hair open, make sure that I've really got it in there and there's no holy spots, because that's how you get spotting. But I always split the hair apart anyway, like really split it apart and get in there. And I think that's probably what takes me so long. I get so paranoid about spots and marks and everything that I don't want in there. So I okay, right, well, for some reason there's an Alexa going off in my kitchen and no one else is in the house. That's not scary, is it? Alexa, stop. Right, well, that didn't freak me out. So yeah, I just fully saturate it. I am going a bit mad now because obviously I've got a lot of bleach left, so I can, yeah, really get it on there. But especially these top bits, I just really like to make sure it's all nice and blended. And if you keep seeing me using this is a clean brush. It's got absolutely nothing on it. And I just use this as kind of like an eraser at that top bit just to help with the blend. You know, I'm pretty sure it's going to blend anyway because of how I've been applying it, but you know. And I did bump up the volume. I added 6%, which is 20 volume, into my little 14 volume mixture. So it's just bumped it up to just under 20 volume. And I just thought for the front, you know, again, I want to try and keep the hair as nice as I can. I've used Olaplex throughout. So I'm now going to stand up. I keep sitting up, standing up, sitting, because she's on like a little stand thing and my table's not that high. So when I get to the top of the head, I can stand up, but other than that, no. Sat down. Yeah, like that. So I weave every section, even the low lights, just because I want that dimension in there. And I'm hoping that my toner's still going to knock out a lot of this brassiness, regardless of it being lightened again or not, because I never put a toner on this before. I just bleached it. I don't know why. It was for my course. I had to do a highlighting cap. Did not want to, and I had to do one on my poor mother as well. So you will, you'll see me fixing her hair soon, because there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I've put like a permanent colour and that over it in the meantime. let's do a couple of more highlights. Thought it'd be more up the head than this, but it's fine. I might do a high and a low and then another high. Nah, actually, I've done 2 on the other one, so I don't want to mess up the pattern too much. I get so happy when I get to this point. Even though I'm nowhere near done, I've still got to do the toner and check through all the foils, and I think I'll be reapplying a fair bit, but... Problem is with blocks as well, I always find them to have these random red strands. Bright red. Literally as red as the traffic light. And they stay red. I don't know if it's ribbon. I don't know what it is, but that's some bright red hair that you just can't do anything with, so... Yeah, if I see that, I see that. At the end of the day, I know on a real client that won't happen because they don't have random red ribbons in their hair. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. But if you do see random red stripes, that's why. It's not my fault. And it would never happen on a human. I can promise you that much. I'm just re-tapping this just to get that blend nice and even more. And we are done with foiling. So I'm going to go back to the bottom and I'm going to check these little guys. 20 more minutes and then I might take out the bottom foils and then leave the top on for a good 40 minutes now. So yeah, I'll let it process, and then when we get to the toning mixing up stage I'll bring you with me. Okay, so I was gonna film me putting on her toner in the bathroom, but it's getting too steamy and the filming just won't work. The camera will get steamed up and you won't see. But I'm gonna mix up 10B, 10P and 9BA. And yeah, apply it to her hair. And then I'll show you what it's like once we bring her back and dry her. And yeah, see what else I wanna do to her. So I'm gonna be mixing up these 3 with my things. So obviously, like I said before, I found it difficult to film in my bathroom because it was steaming up and whatnot, but I mix up the toner, I apply it to her, and it comes out lovely. It's like a really nice, cool tone to it. It's gorgeous. So this is the hair wet. I really like the cool tones coming through now. There's still some warmth in there, but I think it's nice enough to complement the cool colours that are in there. So... yeah, this is her all done. I'm going to give her a dry and a curl and we'll see what she looks like. I'm really sorry, but my stupid phone's about to cut out again in a second. There it is. Okay, and I am done. I do like this colour. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It is warmer in person than I think it is on the camera, so I will say that. But I don't know what happened to my shadow root. It didn't work in my eyes. Like, you can see bits here where it's like really, really dark, and then, yeah. So I think I'll be going back through this doll soon and fixing up her root. But yeah, her face, by the way, I painted it. So that's why she's got red from where I tried to take the lips. There was a whole thing that I done with her face and the paint stayed. I tried to take it off, ended up giving her a slit in her eyebrow. Her face, just ignore it. But yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to do that balayage tomorrow. That's going to be really exciting. And the block that I'm doing it on is really, really, really long. So that's going to be fun. Watching this back, I can see that one really bright streak coming down the middle. So I'm definitely going to go over this block again and retouch her roots. But tomorrow I will be doing a balayage. If you wanted to come down and have a look at that, then please come over. And thank you if you've made it to the end of this video, and I will see everyone tomorrow.